Sounds like his hip is a little.
Yeah, he got it dinged up Saturday in the game there when he came out and tried to go back after he got hurt and went for a play, and then we took him out in the game on Saturday. I think he'll be okay. I think it was just a little tight and sore today, but he said he'd be ready to go for Thursday.
Was it a hip thing?
Yeah.
Right hip? I guess?
Right hip, yep. Right hip. He took a shot on Saturday and tried to play through it. I think it was good yesterday, just a little sore today. So if we had a game today, he would have played. He was just a little sore today, so we just held him out today.
How about JC?
Said he felt great, knock on wood. He was out. We were working last night, and I looked out my window, and he was out there on the field running around and looked good. Said he felt great last night, and said he felt great today. So hopefully, after working today, did more today than he's done in a long time. So hopefully tomorrow when he wakes up, he feels good and can carry that over into Thursday because we need to get that speed on the field and the things that he brings to the table.
Are you better suited to run the ball and block against an even front, a four-man front, than a three-man front, or was that just a product of ECU playing well that day?
No, I think I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. Coach Grimes may have a different opinion. I know when you're playing an odd front, sometimes that center, he gets left on an island a little bit with that nose, and the guy from East Carolina was pretty good. But Alabama was in a odd defense, and we did okay against them. Nowadays in college football, you see both. Georgia Tech will line up in an even front, 4 down, and then before the ball snap, they'll move, and one guy will stand up, and they'll slide the line down, and all of a sudden they'll be in a 3 down odd front. So you see it both. From a tailback standpoint, it really doesn't matter. It changes a little bit, where we're looking and our eyes and the run game and things like that. But I don't know if either one of them really matter. It changes some rules in the run game, but as far as being able to say you're more successful or less successful against this front, I don't think so.
How much better are they defensively right now? It seems like they're playing better.
They're playing hard. It's the same group. I've been here 3 years, and it's the same guys we played against 2 years ago down in Atlanta when we won, and the guys that played last year. It's a veteran group. I was with Ted Roos, their new defensive coordinator. He and I were at Georgia Tech together when I was a graduate assistant, and he's got them playing hard. He's done a great job. They're simpler in what they're doing, it looks like, compared to last year. They're not going to they got some pressures you got to be aware of. They're not going to trick you, but they're going to line up. They're going to be where they're supposed to be. They're going to play hard, and they're really good fundamentally. And they're a veteran group too, so they're much improved. They were good in our game against us last year, obviously, and then seeing them on film this year from the last few games, they're really good.
How do you figure out how to use JC and Chris at the same time? Can you do that?
You can. Even today out in practice when we were running plays, it was, okay, well, who should I get here? Let's take a look at him in this position. Okay, we've asked them both to do this. Let's take a look at JC or Chris and doing that. So there's a place for both of them on the field for sure. What they're doing. Joel and Trey kind of can do their deal, and then JC and Chris can do their thing. And then you can certainly get them both on the field at the same time. We're doing a lot with the running backs. If you watch Mangus on Saturday, he's lined up as a receiver as much as he is a running back. We're moving guys around. We're doing a lot of different things. So you can do a lot with them, but I've just got to be careful about not asking them to try and learn. It's essentially, at times, 3 different positions they need to know, depending on what personnel package we're in. So I've just got to be smart about not overloading them. Chris had some mental errors, too many in the game on Saturday, just having trouble getting lined up. And he had been good in practice, but then for whatever reason in the game, he had some struggles. So I got to remember that he's a freshman, and then I got to remember, JC's still young, plus JC's getting game action here really for the first time this year. So you got to be smart about what you ask them to do. But the possibilities with them are very intriguing. It's just how much can they handle.
How do you know how much you'll play Joel in any given game? I saw you got it on Saturday, and I know you like him.
Yeah, I want to get him in there more. I said it last week. East Carolina, I'm standing next to him. He's as good-looking guy as we got on this team, and it's important to him. He was ticked off at me Saturday for not playing him more and kept telling me, I'm ready, put me in the game. And it was the conditions were terrible, and I was just hesitant to put him in there late in the game after Trey got hurt, after he hadn't played a whole lot. But he's a competitor, he's a gamer. Need to find ways to get him on the field because he is a bigger target at the receiver position, and then he brings some size to the tailback position. So I think it's kind of hit and miss depending on Trey's situation Thursday. That would increase Joel's role if for some reason Trey wasn't 100% healthy. So we'll see. I think he can do a lot of the things that we're asking Mangus and Chris to do. He can do from a speed standpoint and wide receiver standpoint. So we are continually trying to find ways to get him more involved.
Not to belabor the point, but can Joel do everything Trey can do?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know, he doesn't have the experience, but every run and everything that we do ask Joel to do from a protections, from a run standpoint, he can do. He's good with the routes because he's been a receiver, and he knows what's going on. I mean, I trust him in the game. You know, if it was 3rd and 7 and we knew the other team was about to bring pressure, I'd have total confidence in having Joel in the game. From a size standpoint, he can match up physically in pass protection, and then knowing what to do too. He's locked in as far as what's going on mentally.
Thanks, Coach.